Welcome back, everybody. Look at that sunrise. It is time for another Hermitcraft video, and I'm your host, Monkey Farm. And we are over at my new base here on Monkey Island. This is the big old island out here, or Lake Monkey. It's a lake, not an island. Why do I keep saying island? Anyway, here's a big lake. And this is our great eye, and as I mentioned, it is really quite a beautiful sunrise and sunset watching from the other direction if you're far enough that this little island or this little mountain disappears. So I've built a little walkway over here. So on this side of the island, we'll be building our house in here because we want to be able to look through the eye just as we did a minute ago, watching the sunrise. It is quite lovely, and I have done quite a bit of work down here. I've dug a mine out, and I've gotten quite a few resources, which I will show you in a second. And I'm preparing to do a lot of things. I still need to connect this world with the Hermit Hills area. Here is my oversized portal, and this thing goes way over to the little island in the middle of the lake. If you remember last episode, I took you out there in a boat. Man, that thing's loud. I should probably, I've considered, and somebody actually mentioned in the comments last time, to make the big eye up there into a giant portal. But that will spawn a ton of pigmen, and I don't know if I want to do that necessarily. But check out what I have so far. Almost a stack of diamonds. Actually, more than a stack of diamonds. I've used some to repair pickaxes and stuff. Quite a bit of lapis and redstone and iron and all that stuff. Just a bunch of garbage, a bunch of this stuff. I'm going to start using a lot of these blocks since they're so plentiful down here. Obviously, a lot of cobblestone. Just digging out all over the place. This was like a gigantic andesite or diorite or one of those little veins down there. So anyway, I'm not going to take you over there because I haven't built anything over on the island yet, and obviously, actually I haven't even dug down to that area from up in the island. So I need to figure out where I want to do that. But I'll do that when nobody's looking, so you don't have to watch me dig. But we need to head back to the portal. I've been eating tons of zombie rotten flesh too. It's tasty. Because I killed... Where did I kill all the... I don't remember where I killed all the zombies. Just going through a big cave somehow. My looting sword. And I ran out of food, and I had like 30 rotten flesh, and I was eating all of it. Let's head back to the Old Town portal area. We need to build a base. Not a base. We need to build... What would you call it? We need to build a portal entrance at the hub. I think that's what we call it. So anyway, this is what I have. This is I think I showed you this last time. This is down. This is the drop off down to the Nether fortress. So we have that, and then I can walk around and go back to the Nether hub the difficult way, or I can take the shortcut and just run across the top of the Nether, the bedrock over here. So I'm going to do that. I'll see you back at the old Hermit Town hub. So while I'm running back to the hub, I figured I would ask you guys a couple questions, so feel free to leave comments on what you think about this. So since we are in an amplified map here, obviously I've been making less videos on my creative world map, and I know you guys like non-creative better. Would you guys prefer that I moved the Patreon kind of monument, not moved it, but did that on Hermitcraft instead and kind of skipped out on that world, or do you want me to keep doing that? I know some people like it and some people only like the survival stuff. But both of the worlds are kind of similar. That is very awkward right there. That is weird. All right, we're back in the Nether. I had to go grab some more food. And we are in the hub here, and there's the main portal to Hermit Hills. And we basically need to figure out a spot where we can head up to the top of the bedrock and then take a minecart. So, if you remember, there's like a hole in this wall that I took the stairs up and ran way over there if we weren't going to go above the bedrock. But here, what I want to do, I need to kind of set up an area. I don't know whose that is. All these colors are kind of silly because you don't really know whose they are unless you go back to the menu place over there and look at that. So I guess the first spot available is kind of like over here, huh? So we should probably just pick this spot. I don't really see, unless we build literally like right behind here, which I don't know whose stuff this is, but possibly they're saving it. But anyway, we need to head over that direction anyway. So I think what we can do is build straight across from here and just kind of build. We can build a little entrance and then a stairway up. But I want to build kind of a minecart corkscrew thing, kind of like this one over here. But this one doesn't seem to. I don't like it. It goes to the wrong place. It goes way up there, actually above the bedrock, like up to the pigman farm. So we need a better way. Maybe I could put a minecart elevator in there. That would be really quick. So anyway, why don't I dig out our new little spot and we'll decorate this thing out and see if we can figure out a nice way to get up to the bedrock area. What's happening, everybody? We are back. And I went up to above the bedrock and did some more magic dark oak saplingness on the bedrock, and we broke through in about 3 different places. Probably 1 or 2 more that were connected to these where I could move sideways, but these are the spots. So we have 172.88, we have 174.87, and 172.84. So if this is going to be our entrance, and we're going to make it all cool, of course, we can't just leave it like this. I'm sure that's a work in progress. I don't know whose it is. Anyway, so if we want to make something cool, where do we want to put it? This is pretty much center. It's off by a block. I dug this out the exact same as the other one, so it doesn't look weird or anything like that. So that one's kind of right in the center. We could put a minecart elevator or something like that in there, or we could make this a dark, scary entrance into a walkway that goes over here to a minecart elevator. Let's see, what else could we do? Tricky stuff. I wish I had one right in the very middle, but actually there is no middle. This is an even width room. So we're kind of screwed if we want a minecart elevator because that is only a single block wide. But we can make it look 2 blocks wide if we want. Why don't we do that? I need. Did I ever put any fuel in here? You know what's weird? I can't find any lava around here. I mean, there's like 1 block way up there somewhere that I'd have to swim through and find all that. But the weird thing with this Nether hub is that we're so protected. We're not near the normal floor of the Nether anywhere where the big lava lakes are. So I have no idea where the heck to find a bunch of lava unless I go all the way over to my own base, which we're trying to figure out a way to do that. So I guess I'll just throw some coal in here. I was going to be efficient and use lava, but we'll do that. We'll make some of those bricks. Maybe I should use some dark, these netherrack, turn them into bricks, or I could go back to the nether portal, the nether fortress back at my base and grab some of those. Why don't I do that? We're going to go grab some nether bricks and we're going to use that in our little entrance thingy. Alright, we're back and I grabbed 3 stacks, or 3 stacks in the beginning. I used some of them in the Nether to do something else while I was gone, but let's see. What do we want to do here? Let's see. If we build an entrance here, we could do it like this, and that would be all nice and symmetrical and everything. And people will probably not know what's going on in here because there'll be an entrance, like a walkway, and then it will go nowhere, and they'll have to see the hole up in the ceiling to the minecart elevator. It will be secret for only the people that know it's there or are able to find it. Oh, I should probably leave this here so I don't forget, or I think it was the very last block right there, right? Yeah. Alright, we should make some stairs and bricks maybe, or stairs and slabs. Let's try some of that. And we'll make it come in a little bit. Let's see, is that going to look good or not? Yeah, that might look okay. It'll feel constricting, like it's closing you off or something. Then we'll build this back here. Maybe we should put a lava ceiling or something like that too. That might be cool. And we'll put a ceiling above here. Hope you guys can see. No, it's pretty dark. I think my videos actually show up quite a bit lighter than I can see in real life. Unfortunately, it would help me a lot more if I could see, like, while I'm playing. That isn't right. Let's move this over a block. So, I have been really busy lately working on something secret and special. Not in Minecraft, like real life stuff. And I'll be sure to tell you about that as things progress. That doesn't look tall enough, does it? That's not tall enough at all. So let's try that again. We'll take these back. All right. So I was thinking about putting some nether quartz or something like that, but I didn't have any with me. I had a little bit, but not enough to really do that. So I may replace it later, but I figured since we're going into the nether and all that, why don't we dig this out? Whoops, I'm using my fortune pick. I kind of want to like cover the floor with lava and then block it off with fences so nobody will accidentally walk in and get hurt or anything, but it will look pretty cool, I think. So I want to dig down a couple blocks, so I don't want it to be right underneath. I want it to be a couple blocks down, so it looks like a big, huge drop-off with, you know, lava way down. And it'll take a little time to, whoops, there's some lava. I should save that for later, huh? Oh, we're getting some lag. I don't want to lag out with lava around. Let's see, so for 2 blocks down, that should be good. And I guess to start, since we don't have enough to fill the whole place with lava, we can make it running lava. We can like pour it starting in the middle, and it'll spread out kind of towards the sides. I think that'll work okay because I brought like 5 buckets of lava with me. I think something like that. So let's get all this stuff filled in. Is that gonna work? All right. So now we need to cover the floor with lava. And then I had to dig this out. Basically, we have to leave. We can't put a solid block in here because we don't want any pigmen spawning. Because the pigman farm, and obviously we also don't want any angry pigmen in here. I don't know if that would happen if the pigman farm is close enough, but if they get all angry and we had a pigman in here, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason. Who knows? But I need to. I'm gonna break this down real quick so when I pour this lava, I can escape really quickly. Okay, wow, that spread very far because it's like water since we're in the Nether. And of course, I have full inventory. What's up? You know what's up with that. Yeah, we're definitely going to be able to fill in the whole thing. Look, let's see. So we got that. Now I need... Oh, that one's covered too. So really, yeah, I may be able to get away with just the buckets that I have. I could probably... If I want this all to flow nice, I'll put it in the corner, even though really I'll probably do it differently. But let's just try that and see how it looks. Put one more over here. And that should really cover everything. And let's break these. See how it looks. That looks pretty nutty. I like it. Let's put the fences back up so we don't die. And that we're covered in case anybody else walks in unexpectedly and doesn't realize that there's lava down there. Okay, we're safe. So as long as nobody runs and jumps up on the fence from here, we should be good. I could dig this out a little bit further and put slabs or something, but you know, I think we're good. Or I could move the fences back a little bit and fill this back in. I don't know if this looks weird or not. Looks okay. And then we may want to put some kind of ring, rim around the edge. Maybe I'll do that again with some nether brick, and maybe line the walls too. But for now, that looks pretty cool. All right, so now I need to get working on the minecart elevator, but I am not prepared for that. I need to get rid of some of this inventory. Yeah, this is totally freaky because you kind of feel like you're gonna walk right off the edge, but not bad. It'll look a little bit better once it's solid lava, once I fill in every single block, but for now, at least it's symmetrical. The lava is flowing the same way on both sides, so it looks decent. And yeah, so I did bring all my iron. I need to make some mine carts and some ladders. This is going to take a while because I'm also going to have to build a little edge around this. If the minecart's going here, I'll dig out a 2x1 and then fill it up as I do that. Anyway, I'll probably show you that next episode. Those are always fun to build. And they're fun to ride too. So anyway, that is it for now. Whoops. I was trying to turn that off. I hope you guys like it. Or at least so far. I need to do something to the back. It's kind of dark. You can't really see what's going on. Maybe put a painting in the back. Something like that. That would look good. So that is it for now. We'll see you next time.